information. This is the original experiment they did. This is 3 stimulus. The first one was just the words in color, in black ink. In the second one, they did a little bit different. They put the words, but with different ink than its meaning, like purple in red, brown in blue, red in green, blue and brown, and green and purple. So you take longer to say the word because it's not like it's automatic. Like when you say a word, it's not, you just say it, right? Like purple and blue. But when you say like in different colors, you're gonna just think about it first and then say it and then say it. Examples of the 3 stimuli and colors used for each of the activities. Yeah, I just said it. This is the original experiment by John Ridley Stroop. Ridley. It should identify a large increase in time to complete the color reading in the second time. That's what I just said. This is introduction, keywords, issue effect. Issue effect is the time you take to say a word. Like if you I need my words definition.
But you just explained it on the slide before, so you don't have to repeat it. Okay? So you just did it in the slide before. So now move on to the next word.
Okay. Automaticity is when you do something without thinking about it, just like do it. In this case, we're doing reading, but like in examples, it's like when you learn to drive, you pay real attention. You go carefully to say to see how you're doing, to not like make oh my god, why am I like that today? Yesterday I was doing better. Yeah, like when you're learning to drive, you go very carefully. But like when you have many years of driving and you already is automatic. It's an automatic activity because you already know how, like for many years. So sometimes you're driving, but you're not even thinking about that you're driving.
You're doing automatic.
You're doing automatic. Congruent words are words that they're match, like they're the same, similar. Incongruent words they're different. They don't match. Pseudo homophones are words that they sound the same, but they're not the real words. They're not actually the words. And pseudo words they're not real words. They're written like similar to the real words, but they're not actually the real words. And reaction time is the time that is to take how long you're gonna take to do something. Like in this case, how long take to say the words. Review of literature. Dr. Basner, J.A. Stoltz, and C. Boutelier, 1997, it was when they did the experiment. They examined the automaticity theory using stimuli with either a lattice color or a single letter color and found Stroop interference. Smith, Theodore, and Franklin in 1983, they studied the relationship between contextual facilitation and depth of processing. Automaticity was less when searching for a single color letter. Hypothesis. Coloring a single letter eliminates automatic reading process.
Element is correct. If you use element, they use that word also.
Okay. Reduction of automaticity should speed up processing of incongruent stimuli, but have later effects on congruent stimuli.
Only once.
Methodology for experiment 1. They used 64 Central Michigan University undergraduates participated for course credit. They used similar words that were 4. They use red, green, blue, and yellow, and 4 colors for the homophones. The words that sign the same, I just said, yeah. Red is written like W-R-E-D, green is written G-R-E-N yellow E, YELOE, presented as incongruent stimuli. Both words and pseudo-homophones had all letters colored, but only one letter color, so they used these both experiments. This is an example of how they did it. These are the real the words, and here they change the color. As you can see, red is its ink in green, and green in purple, blue in red, and yellow in blue. And here they just color one letter as just we call the third letter of. And here is the pseudo-homophone words, and they did the same thing as they did here. To see why you take longer to color all these letters, all the letters, or just one letter.
Okay. Remember, what they're doing is they're naming the colors.
Naming the colors.
Okay. Because some people might not know this is what this is about. They have to name the color, not read the word.
Okay.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
You
Yeah.
see? So
I thought you were
the-
just gonna say red, green, blue, yellow,
no,
not
the other-
green, purple, red.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you see how you go
You see the difference?
You see how you went green, red?
Yeah. No.
And
Maybe
if
the
you have a
color.
long list, it will take you longer.
Right.
Okay, so make sure you explain that.
Okay.
That what they do is they're reading the color.
Okay. Methodology for experiment 2. The procedure was the same as they did in experiment 1, but there were fewer practice trials and data collection trials. And the stimuli that you used in this case were red, green, blue, and yellow, but they used pseudo words: red, green, grand, black, and yanal. Yes, as you can see, the first two letters of the pseudo words they match with the real words, but they don't have anything. Okay. And this is an example of what they did in experiment 2. The real words, they color all the words as naming and the only one letter here. The method.
I would spend a little bit more time. And then
Explaining.
these are the pseudo words, and if you notice the same, just a tiny bit more.
Okay.
Okay? Because you went too fast, so we didn't get to see the words.
Let me try some of this. Methodology for experiment 3, 4, and 5 were kind of the same, but the exception that they did that in experiment 3 they just used congruent color. In experiment 4 they just used incongruent color, and in experiment 5 they used both congruent and incongruent color. And the results for experiment 1 is that phonological similarity produced stroop interference. And stroop interference was significantly less when one letter was colored than when all letters were colored. The results for experiment 2 were the autograph similarity produced stroop interference. There was significant stroop interference for both incongruent words and pseudo words, and found stroop interference with all letters colored, but not with one letter colored. And the results for experiment number 3, single element coloring is slows neutral, nonverbal stimuli about as much as it slows congruent color word stimuli. In experiment 4, incongruent color words were processed significantly more slowly than neutral stimuli, indicating stroop interference, and interference was significantly greater with all letters colored than with one letter color. Experiment 5, coloring only one element produced significantly slower reaction time than coloring all the elements, and incongruent stimuli were processed significantly more